think we did enough damage. I guess they think so too. Oh yeah! Top 700. We were at like 1200 when we started today's video. And honestly, Lizard Blades for Double Strike, Kodama of the West Tree for Trample, Kodama of the West Trample. I'm just having a ton of fun with this deck. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty in the house. More standard, top-ranked Mythic decks for you guys, which is really exciting. Today, Gruul Aggro, the color combination of red and green. We are mean, we are green, looking to burn down our opponent's life total as quickly as possible. We're going to break down the deck list, talk about the strategies, the synergies, demonstrate all of this within the gameplay footage, and then wrap up with our final thoughts, deck review, and card of the day. So buckle up, get ready, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, even tell your friends, your families, heck, strangers, right? Go meet a stranger today and introduce them to Hello Good Game on YouTube, right? That is your objective. Oh my gosh. If it gives you anxiety, that means you need to do it, right? All right, so let's take a look at today's deck. Alrighty, the Lizard Tree. All right, and this is how you should start the conversation too. Like, walk up to them and be like, hey, have you seen the Lizard Tree? And, you know, it's going to kick things off really well for you. Go break the ice. This is a 60 card best of one build with a 2.3 average mana value, 32 creatures, and our 8 non-creatures, 20 lands only, which is pretty crazy, but when you see how effective this deck is with its mana total, you'll understand. First and foremost, Kazandu Mammoth is the other 4 lands, bringing us to 24, but it can also be a 3/3 with landfall, getting +2/+2 whenever a land enters play, which is super exciting, right, to have a 5/5 attacker. Starting out with the ramp of the deck, Jasperius Sentinel, a 1/2 for 1 mana with reach. It can tap itself and another target creature that we control to add 1 mana of any color. This is really nice. We, as I'm sure you know, like to add it with Magda, Brazen Outlaw for 2, a 2/1 legendary creature, Dwarf Berserker, and other dwarfs you control get +1/+0. You know, this is irrelevant here for us today. However, whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, create a treasure token, and we'll just be tapping Magda with Jasperius Sentinel. Just the Sentinel will make a mana, Magda taps, which creates a treasure, which makes a mana, and that's going to really allow us some early game explosive ramp. We can also sacrifice 5 treasures to search our library for an artifact or dragon card, putting that into the battlefield tapped and shuffle. You know, we literally don't care, but it is an option because we do have some artifacts in the build, which we'll get to in just a second. We also have more ramp through Prosperous Innkeeper for 2 mana, a 1/1, and whenever it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token, and that treasure allows us to consistently ramp out the mitigation of any other damage you're taking through the life gain that it represents is nice as well. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. So it is a creature-based deck, right? We have a ton of creatures, so gaining life through the Innkeeper might actually make the difference in those aggro mirror matchups, right? Not necessarily mirror, but another aggro deck, of course, whatever it may be. And then finally, Kodama of the West Tree for 3. It's a 3/3 with reach, and modified creatures you control have trample. Whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle, right? So if our creatures are modified, which most likely they will be, they'll have trample, which alone is better than it should be. But then we're actually grabbing multiple lands equal to the, you know, number of attackers that deal combat damage to our opponent with the trample, so it's almost guaranteed damage. And then we're shuffling. So again, worst case scenario, you're thinning your library of lands, so you draw non-lands. That's really good. Of course, if we do have first strike, which we do, this becomes active with Kazandu Mammoth through the landfall ability, right? We will attack with the Mammoth for 5, and then it draws a bunch more lands, +2/+2/+2/+2, equal to all of the creatures we've attacked with that have trample. And then because we have double strike in the deck, just wait, the Mammoth is going to hit for, you know, so much damage on its second swing of, I guess, normal strike it would be. Getting into Lizard Blades now. This is an artifact, so Magda can tutor it out of the deck by sacrificing treasures. It's not great, but if it means lethal, it means lethal. You can, it's a 2-mana 1/1 with double strike, and then you can equip it for 2 to give equipped creature double strike, right? So it's a non-legendary, so you can play multiple copies of it. Okay, Wizards, nice, nice, I like it, I like it. And then, you know, putting it on the Mammoth for that landfall trigger is berserk. And then, yeah, that's all you really need to do. Putting a +1/+1 counter on the Mammoth to activate the modify. You know, there's a bunch of different ways we can activate modify within the deck. First and foremost, Snakeskin Veil, instant speed, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains hexproof until the end of turn. Modify is a equipment, an aura, or a counter of sorts, and the +1s are a type of counter. The Rangers class can also put +1/+1 counters on at level 2 to an attacking creature. We have the Thundering Reiju, which can put a +1/+1 counter on target creature when it attacks. And then Helena and Alina can put counters on something at the beginning of our combat, which is really nice. All of these things activating Modify, which will give us the land, flood, and more importantly, trample through Kodama of the West Tree, right? So double strike, trample, it's all there. We love it. Thundering Reiju does a little bit more than that, though. For 4 mana as a 3/3 with haste, whenever it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, and then it will deal X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of modified creatures you control other than itself. Wow. So, you know, maybe we have 3, 4, 5 modified creatures in play. That is 4, 3, 4, whatever it is, damage directly to our opponent. Plus, it's a 3/3 with haste attacking. So, you know, and it puts that counter on something, which, my lord, have mercy on our souls. This is a very good card. And then Helena and Alina gets +X/+X on another target creature, and haste, where X is equal to Helena and Alina's power. So if you can put +1 counters from something else on Helena and Alina, it will actually increase the number of counters that she puts on other things, which is really cool. The Rangers class, when it enters, we make a 2/2 token wolf, and then for level 3, we can cast creatures off the top of our library, which is fairly nice. There's some snowlands here. Who Endures, Den of the Bugbear, you know, just for a little fun around the edges, and removal through Blizzard Brawl, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy, hopefully to give your double strike trample creature indestructible. You remove their big blocker and you keep hitting through directly to their life points with a bunch. So Lizard Tree is no joke, you guys. We went from like 1200 Mythic up to the top 600, like a hot lizard knife through butter. Yeah, it's great. You guys are really going to enjoy this deck list. It's in the description below, and I have the link to my last video pinned in the comments if you missed that. Definitely check out all of the Kamigawa decks I've done this season so far. They're bangers. They're all top-ranked Mythic, all under 1,000, which is really cool. Top 1% type shenanigans. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends, those strangers that we were talking about, right? And, you know, enjoy today's gameplay. Going first, a little slower than we'd like to be, but it is what it is. Turn 2 Innkeeper's not the worst. I like the Innkeeper with Snakeskin, the same as like Jesperia and Sentinel with Snakeskin on the side. It's enjoyable. Can we please get a land? We do, and now this is the question. No, keep the Snakeskin up, right? Be responsible. If we, like, this is a bad situation. I don't think we can attack. Like, we could, but then we're risking burning our treasure on the Veil just to defend. We should have pushed up the Innkeeper, but then it would have still just traded. The Runeforged Champion is fantastic. This could get pretty wacky, right? Oh, no. Well, I'm glad we didn't attack. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. We have to take it. Get burned because of it. Straight chillin'. Not finding another land is hurtful. I'm happy that we have at least a sentinel that can save us. Oh, no. Oh, no. Snakeskin Veil. Saving the day. Not great. Is the Runeforge that brave? Oh, no. I guess we should have pushed into it. And then it could have been a 4. That could threaten to go to 5. But right here, you know, we're kind of screwed with that 4-5 looking at us. Blizzard Brawl would be fantastic. We're all out of protection. Toad Rider. Active with another rune. Wow. This is a good draw for them. Like, they're popping off. I love it. Is that their 4th rune? Well, actually, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Their 5th rune. Holy. Dang, bro. Hopefully they kill the Thundering Reiju. No. Well, I mean, that's actually maybe not bad. A little late, but it's good. Reiju out. Gain life. Blizzard Brawl. On the Toad Skis? All attack. We double down so they both survive. And that's 9 damage. But they've got... Well, and now only 23, but they had 32, right? Ooh. Hopefully there's no more borrowed times. Another Runeforge champion. Wow. Okay. Still a good card. Kaldheim cards were overpowered. And that 100% is their 4th Rune of Sustenance. That Generous Visitor actually might be problematic. At least it itself isn't an enchantment. Wow. We kill the visitor before the frog. We lose one of our Reijus. Maybe that was bad. I don't know. They're laying it on thick, though. That is for sure. Weaver of Harmony can double things for 1. Not with Summoning Sickness, though, if they have to wait. Oh, another frog. Woof. We take 2 here, no blocks. Do they double block? No. Okay. They both survive. I'm gonna keep the land in hand to juke. Oh, gosh, no. No, 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 no. Why isn't this a Snakeskin Veil? Oh, they're copying it with Weaver. Holy Toledos. So that's game. There's no way to come back from this. Weaver of Harmony with Binding of the Old Gods is absolute gas. Yeah, a little late. A little late. A little late, bro! We were almost positioning ourselves for a comeback there. It was getting close. A secondary Weaver of Harmony. We are getting wild out on so hard. Incredible. I like it. This is, you know, from me to you. The sacrifice that we all make together. Gosh dang. Oh no. We have reach so we can block the Toad Rider. Oh, right as we sacrifice our Sentinel as well. But I don't think this is doing anything. Still a match somehow. Yeah. Pass turn. Let's see what they top deck. Death Touch on everything. For the first time in my career have I seen that Death Touch Resolve trigger be relevant. That's the first time here, ladies and gentlemen, that Binding of the Old Gods Death trigger has been relevant. Five, 8, 10, 12. Dang, yo. Down to 2. Still a match somehow. Oh, well, Mammoth saves the day, right? Good game. That actually hurt. In a good way. We out here. Surely we can dust ourselves off from that last loss. Lizard Blades, West Tree, Brawl, and Equip. Please don't kill my Lizard Blade. Or my Kodama. They'll probably exile one of them. I almost hope it's Kodama, because we have a duplicate. But they're on 3 mana, so let's be honest. See you later, oh no, there's only 2. We're on the play. For some reason, I could have swore they were on 3. It's still going to be hard to get through. Straight chillin'. Oh no. We lose our Kodama. Mono White's so good. It's a big hit. Let's take the Luminarch. They have a copy of Kodama, so to take the... You jerk. Decent. Let's go. A 4/1 with trample and double strike. And it grabs lands. And it's indestructible. Now that is fun for the whole family. If they play a 3rd XL, I'm going to cry. Oh! Boom, 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 boom! That is fantastic. We needed the win, and we got the win, even beating literally the best deck in the meta as far as I'm concerned. Mono White is still par none. Lizard Blades, baby, with Kodama. Double strike trample. It's like an Ember Cleave. You go first, HGG. Okay, thanks. Appreciate that. I'll keep 7. Turn 1 with a Sentinali. Turn 2 Innkeeper. Oh no. He's a top deck god. Green source. Treasure. Innkeeper. Replaces the treasure. It's like a free 1/1 that gains life for us. Sam Scam's looking at our field state thinking, oh man. It's not a good start. Second land out. Could be removal. Experimental Synthesizer. They exile, draw, and can play. Well, I mean, the exile is the draw. They get to play it for this turn. It's just a land, so it goes... Because they've already played a land, so it goes to exile. They may fry Magda. Yeah. So long. So we don't have anything that's modified. This isn't great. We also don't have any snowlands, so to have the Mandu out is an integral part of, you know, having a creature survive when we Blizzard Brawl. Not only that, but we'll need to play a land, bring it to 5/5. So they sack the Synthesizer. replay it. I believe they've already played a land, though. Mammoth goes up, which is good. Kodama is out. We gain 1 life. And we, you know, potentially hit for 7. We don't have any modified creatures right now. Let's swing. We connect down to 11. And of course, no lands here because we only grab lands when it's a modified creature that does damage. But, I mean, other than thinning our library, which, again, worst case scenario, still fantastic, right? Really, really good. Yeah, I love it. Such a good card. 3 mana, 3/3 with reach. Gives everything trample, grabs you lands. I don't even have enough thumbs up for that. Right? So they have 5 available mana. If they field wipe, I think this is game over. Right? Like, we're out of it. That's kind of the bummer of the situation here is not too much of a draw without our Rangers class, right? I think that's kind of what they're looking for. We have them down to 11. The land is lethal. Den comes out to attack alongside, which is another 4 damage. So 4, 9, 12, 13, 14. You know, they can survive if they kill the mammoth. They have 4 available mana. If only this was a Snakeskin Veil to dodge their removal with the tap of the Sentinel. Tap the Sentinel, tap the Innkeeper, protect the Mammoth. Still have a good old laugh, right? And that's kind of where the fun stops. So, this is an interesting card to run in... March exiles lands for 1. That is incredible. Did y'all just see that? March of Otherworldly Light just exiled my land for 1 mana at instant speed with no repercussions. Holy Toledos! Now that was good. They gain life here. They can sack it to draw. They can also make a 1/1 here. They deal 1 damage as well. They gain 1 life. We will just clean up the attack lanes here. And then we're still hitting for 7. This needs mana to tap. And sacrifice. And it'll actually be dealing 8 because we get the 1 damage there as well. Oh! Decent. I don't know, though. I think, you know, maybe it's fine. Valley in. Den out. Innkeeper with the Sentinel. And then the Sentinel can tap the Innkeeper, which would give us 3 for the Seeker if we want. I'll play the class in case it's a Wari, and then we can tap to dodge. It's just a negate. That's unpleasant. Let's throw in another Sentinel, gain the life. We're out of cards. Like that, Ranger's class is pretty important. Yuji, zzz. Thanks for the support. We've been streaming live on Twitch. I know you guys are on YouTube, but I do some of my recording live for the community so they can see what it is like behind the scenes. So if you want to support, help out the channel, it's a great way to do that. If you've got, I think Disney or Amazon, something like this, you get a good dealio on it. It's actually free, which is pretty cool. So maybe we just don't have any interaction on their end that's damage based, other than single target that we can dodge. They're allowed one spell, and it has to be single target, and then that's all they're allowed to do. I don't like playing against red and the blue. Is it decks? They are creating an XX, where X is the number of cards in their hand. Okay. That's, like, not bad, because they've got a full hand, so that's a 6/6. That's actually fantastic. Huh. We can next turn push ourselves to 5 and kill it. Unless they double cast here. Which they may do, right? And we don't really want that. Maybe they swing in. They're like, I'm just going to race them. Interesting. So we push on the slasher. No attacks. Oh, no we don't. We only have one snow source. Can we get a quick shout out to Inscription of Insight for single-handedly stopping this Gruul deck as a 6/6? We need 2 other snow sources. Den of the Bugbear, you are boning me. Otherwise, we would have gotten it. Interesting. Dawn Crown, spells that will cost less for each target, which is really good. So something like Magic Missiles with that would be fantastic. 3 targeted spell. It is night. Let's gain some life. To 26 isn't bad. They're multi-targeting. They're multi-targeting. 1 less to cast for each target. So they just reduced the cost of Magma Opus by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Did they just cast Magma Opus for 2? Whoa. And I have to pay more for this. Plus, we want to generate mana. Since these creatures are dying. We should have used this mana for the snakeskin, my bad. Right, because it disappears. Whoa. That is Dudley, brah. We have to get after it. You know, I know they're going to block the 6/6, but it's like... We're obviously not winning the waiting game. 2-mana Opus. That's incredible. Okay. Okay, this is still a match somehow. 2-mana Opus. That's incredible. That literally gives me a reason to play with that card. If they don't have interaction, this is good for us. I mean, it can potentially bring us back, but I'm assuming there's interaction in that hand still. We go up to 4. Oh, there is interaction. Dang it! Oh, and it's because we Valor's... No! We walked into it! Holy Toledo's. Expensive pasta! Another Opus? An inscription. They're reducing this. This is a kicked inscription. And it is definitely not for 4 and 8. It's definitely not an 8-mana spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 3 targets. They reduce it by 3 down to 5 from 8. I'll allow it. I thought when I first seen this, the Dawn Crown, I was like, oh wow, that's a really cool commander. Cool deck, Pasta. I really like that. You've motivated me to build a deck around this card. Single-handedly. Going first with what may actually be an ideal hand. We need Kodama. And we wouldn't mind the Reiju, Alena, and Alina. We want to put the blades on the Mammoth. On turn 4. Well, maybe turn 3, but probably turn 4. Because we have to play the Mammoth, right? If they kill Magda, that's okay. Should we do it right now? Yes. And if they slay the blades, it's my problem. And then we should have held it. But if they would have kept up magic, you know, they could have always interacted with it at instant speed. They kill Magda. So now we need a well, oh, there it is. So we play Magda again. We tap Magda. Then we play the Mammoth. This is not how we want this sequence to go at all. But it is what it is. Let's hit for 2. Okay. Spending their turn to draw land. They could still have Baiting Hope, damage-based removal. There's the red land. They're going to kill the blades or the outlaw? They go for the outlaw. Oh no. I want to play Kodama, but it's more important for us to do this. Double strike the Mammoth. Let's go. Down to 11. Where's a Snakeskin Veil when you need it, right? Not in hand, I'll tell you that much. Too bad we can't put it on. It just goes through. We missed out on a land there, which is a bummer. Kodama, don't get countered. We could have played this first to draw the lands off the Mammoth, as it is modified through the equipment. But I was kind of worried that they'd have interaction, and it's nice to hold up the mana so they think you have something rather than being tapped out and then they know they can interact with you free of charge. Down to 4. They need double interaction or field wipe. We need to draw land. Goldilocks swings in. So what are they doing with 2 mana? I'll take the damage, don't care. This is a top 280 player, so they definitely have a plan. They know what they're doing. Are they going to combo out on us? Oh no. They have 4 cards in hand, 3 available mana. Oh, I got really nervous there. Holy Toledos. We make out like a bandit, though. Right? Learn the meta. Become more effective with your playlines. Going first. Keeping 7. I think I Mammoth on 1. Because we only have 1 forest. It's not like we're sitting on multiple forests. And then Magda's out on 2 with the Den. BEA beautiful. We have a Seeker on 3. Oof, removal. It may even be removal right now. Vanishing Verse is kind of our nightmare here, right? Or a Flunk. Bully! Let's seek it up. Hit for 3. We don't have that second red source, which hurts, which means we're moving into the Rangers class and Blades. Oh, ouch. I would love to equip the Blades, push up the Rangers class, and now we're hitting for 6. They have 4 land, though. We flip to Knight, which, I mean, doesn't really affect us. They probably have interaction, and this would just suck. No, we're good. I would assume they would have interacted with it earlier, but they could still interact with it now. That's fair, right? And now the +1/+1's not going up directly onto the Blades. 4 cards in their hand. We will burn them out eventually. Oh, and that will help to do it. Even just Lizard Blades in Rangers class is, like, good enough. Right? Totally. Hit for 4. We absolutely love it. Here's another class. Looking for that red source. Ramavel. Saw it coming. It's a good play right now. We can end turn. Just hold up our Snakeskin. Hopefully it's a targeted removal. But again, burning their hand out. Down to 3. Let's hit for 6. Here comes the interaction. I'm assuming a draw spell, though, to be honest. 4 mana Memory Deluge. I think, you know, this job suits me well. It's like the one thing where I can actually be a complete goofball and it's fine. Like, just super cringe, like. But, you know, you're in an official meeting and you buzz that out. Boss looks at you like, we are firing that guy the first chance we get. Okay, red source off at the top. They're tapped out. So we probably just want to push into the class. So expensive. Oh, that actually might get us the win. I was hoping, you know, maybe we'll get a red land off the top for the win. We can still hit for 3 or 4. So they're down to 3 cards in hand, 7 available mana. They have to deal with the blades, which they do. We get the draw, though, which I like. But there's another shenanigans here. Okay, so there's a couple different ways we can take this. Think we keep the Thundering Ragey for last, right? It's like the cherry on top. If nothing else works, we know that this will connect. Ooh. Well, you say that. They have 2 cards. We will burn them out. I would love to play Magda, and it's probably 1,000 times smarter to play Magda right now. But this would have lethal if they don't, like, force them to have it. And they don't have it, right? And that's kind of why we follow that rule in Magic. Is, you know, there's a good chance they don't, right? How often do you always have it? Especially after having had it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in a row prior. Right? But it's not enough. We're pushing in with some serious damage. On the draw, Eye Twitch. Okay. I do not like mono black snow decks, even Orzhov snow decks. Blood on the Snow is a good card. It's great. Virus Beetle, let's go. They're gonna kill Magda, so I want the second copy. We'll do it now. And then we're spending the green source from the Sentinel. Still have the blocker. Now they're gonna kill Magda. Oh no. I guess we just show them Magda. It's a bummer. It's a bummer, but you know, I don't want to lose anything else. Helena and Alina is active. I think we would... No, we only have 1 mana. So we're not doing anything. So let's definitely push on the Sentinel. And we should attack with it, hey? Or we wait until we can get Trample. I think we wait for Trample, because if we take it, they're going to learn with the Twitch, grab Exile, and then we lose Helena and Alina immediately. And I can't say that I care for that. Kodama is awesome. Let's auto pay for the Rangers class. Let's go for it. We have Trample and First Strike, so, you know, Helena and Alina is safe. Kodama and the Sentinel are safe. This is not how First Strike works, my friend. This might be a scoop. So because First Strike, I'll explain it, I guess. They're different phases of combat, and I have 2 damage in First Strike combat, and I took out 2 of their attackers, and they don't have First Strike, so those 2 attackers that I took out no longer can deal damage to me because they're already gone. Now we're grabbing lands. We love it. We love it. That, you know, we were bricking prior to this, so that really helps bring us back. Meat Hook for 2 is not the end of the day. We'd still win. There's no blood on the snow. Lifelink is important, right? It's also a chump blocker. Luckily, we have trample.
You fight for me.
Oh my lord, have mercy. I think we did enough damage. I guess they think so too. Oh yeah! Top 700. We were at like 1200 when we started today's video. And honestly, Lizard Blades for Double Strike, Kodama of the West Tree for Trample, Kodama of the West Trample. I'm just having a ton of fun with this deck. You're going to see this around for sure. And the best thing, you know, there's no Goldspan Dragon, right? Easy. Woof. Lizard Tree is not disappointing. The deck is tearing it up through Mythic, which is really nice. Post video edits, though, like how would I personally improve this deck? That's kind of what I want to be doing consistently for the people who watch until the end, right? They get a little extra. Snakeskin Veil. I do think it is almost more important than Blizzard Brawl. Maybe we go to 3 apiece, potentially. The fact that our damage is so explosive, you know, the Double Strike Trample, it is important to A, protect that, but B, not necessarily imperative that we open up all the attacking lanes because of the First Strike, right? If they do have blockers, the Brawl really eliminates a lot of that, and more damage will go into the Henhouse, which is good. But if the creature dies, there's no damage at all. So the Snakeskin may be better a little bit. Just my thoughts. I'd also somehow love to push Ranger class up to 4 because alone Lizard Blades and Rangers class is incredible. So, you know, it's really hard to trim creatures here. Honestly, maybe Reckless Stormseeker goes, and I don't even want to say that out loud, you know what I mean? But the ramp through, like the Innkeeper, the Outlaw, the Sentinel, I don't think those should go because the ramp is so important. If something were to go, it would be the Innkeeper. But at the same time, how do you justify that? I would love to know what you guys think in the comments below. We'll get into card of the day here, but before we do, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, of course, what your thoughts are, and yeah, let's take a look at card of the day. Alrighty, the one, the only, 9 lives, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 3 mana kitty cat enchantment, holographic, beautiful. Reminds me a lot of the scene in The Lion King where he sees his dad in the clouds. But a hexproof enchantment, and if a source would deal damage to you, prevent that damage and put an incarnation counter on 9 lives. And then when there are 9 or more encounters, incarnation counters on it, exile it, and when it leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. So this is fantastic to stop aggro decks from attacking you. You know, it's going to give you a couple turns to survive, find that wipe, stabilize, so on and so forth. Shout out to Titan Shield, available within the link tree. So much more available within the link tree too, like the community Discord, my Spotify playlist. Cool stuff. Check it out. Cheers, you guys. Have a magical day. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Please quit saying that, kid. We'll see you soon.